Since I was a very little child, I have always had this very strong sense that I'm going to die at the age of 72 and that it's not going to be from natural causes. It's going to be from like an environmental or exterior situation. Like I'm going to die in drought or a tree's going to fall on my head or it's going to be something like that. I've had a very strong feeling about that my whole life. I don't know why.
No, I don't think about it.
I got stuck in a storm and on a snorkeling trip, and that was quite tricky. And I was also in like a coach crash somewhere, and that was quite scary.
I mean, I'm always a clumsy person. I got hit by a car like once, a bike twice, and like nearly got my foot run over by a tram. So that would also make sense if I died through public transportation hitting me or something.
When I'm driving, I'm thinking maybe there's an idiot that's gonna come on the other side and it's just gonna crash myself and it's gonna be over in 10 minutes. And I'm just like, wow, I think about so many ways.
When I'm traveling somewhere on a boat and then the boat just sink in the middle of nowhere, maybe something like that.
Ik heb 2 vissen gehad die voor mij zijn. En die waren allebei dood en Job had ook een vis. Maar die ging pas na die 2 vissen dood en dat vond ik dus dat vond ik niet fijn.
Вообще у меня с детства была боязнь того, что или мне в снах постоянно это приходит, что я умру, когда в воде и буду тонуть.
A friend that got shot in Paris when the shootings happened, and then I was thinking like, shit, maybe tomorrow I'm gonna just get out and I'm just gonna get shot like this, like it happened for him, and I was like, that's weird and that really scares me.
In a way, I don't want to answer it because I don't want to jinx myself. Because what if that happens?
Maybe some kind of accident. I'm a lousy driver. So maybe motorbike accident or...
Want die leeft niet meer en dan kan je nooit meer spelen.
How? In my sleep.
With no regrets.
Nie mam bladego pojęcia i też mnie to nie interesuje specjalnie.
Or maybe when I do skydiving and then the parachute didn't open.
I want to travel to Syria to check when the war is done, but most probably I think that when I reach to Syria, they'll start a new war and I'll just have to I don't know, I'll get shot by a bomb or something, or like a tank will hit me or something.
Well, when I was young, I always had this very clear vision of dying at a relatively young age. Like, I had like a picture of like early 40s, and when I was in my early 40s, I basically did die from kidney failure.
My father died when he was very young. He was only 40 years old. So in my mind, I almost always had this idea that I would probably die young. So I think this is quite instrumental actually in me being 40.
I'm 77. I had a lot of people around me go on ahead. I was very involved in the AIDS epidemic in New York. I lost 23 friends, went to 23 memorial services in 2 years.
Most probably what's going to happen to me is I'm going to die of Alzheimer's because it's running in my family, unfortunately.
The doctors were like, how on earth did you manage to, survive through these? My blood was just off the scale. Like, people came from, like other doctors from in the hospital came to my room to see who this guy was who actually managed to still walk around with, with like no life inside of him anymore.
I had a very, very, very terror about flying in the airplanes. And every time I thought I was going to die. And one day I said, I can't die today. I have a lot of things to do. So I will die until I finish everything.
I don't take anything for granted. When I get up every morning, I have a view of the canal behind my house. And the first thing I do is get up and walk to the window and see the waterfowl and the canal, and the dog and I open the door to the terrace, and I just say thank you for another day, and like that, and hope that there are many more to follow.
It's a great experience to die. It's really, I can highly recommend it. Not the process of dying, of course, because of the physical discomfort, but the actual croaking itself is amazing.